Okay, a very good afternoon to Dr. Arnie. My name is Wong Chun. Today I'm going to present about the internship program that I've done at the TM Research and Development Center Berhad and the Samjaya. This is a 10 weeks internship program that I've done at here. And my supervisor name and there is Puan Nabiha binti Hasim. So first of all, I would like to explain about the company background of the TMID. TMID is the innovation hub under the Telecom Malaysia Group. The innovation and the knowledge center of the excellence of the TM. TMID also they solve a lot of operation issues, developing the next generation technologies and exploring some breakthrough research. It also established some joint collaboration project with the local of the global organizations such as Huawei and ZTE from the China. So this is the overall organizing chart in the TMID. And I'm assigned to the communication technology. Inside the communication technology, they classify into 4 parts. The first one will be the fixed infra media. The second one will be the connected mobility, and the third one is the datacom and networking, and the last one will be the solution network. Inside the fixed infra media, they classify into 3 parts. The first one will be the fiber optic solution. The second one is a copper solution, and the third one is a business support service. And I'm assigned to the copper solution throughout the 10 weeks internship program. There's one of the research that get involved in the TMID during my internship program is a research on the enabling the new XDSL technology in the TM network. It's basically using for the copper solution. So the main project objective for this research is increase the bandwidth efficiency for the copper network utilizing the new technology. Furthermore, it also optimizing and enhancing the copper performance to reduce the fault rate. There are 3 working groups that involved in this research. The first one is the loop diagnostic. The second one is the UCAS enhancement for the version 2. And the third one is a new XDSL technology. And I get involved in the first and second group, which is a loop diagnostic and the UCAS enhancement version 2. So this is the overall diagram that show the fault detection for the loop diagnostic. The main objective for this is to help the operation team to detect some copper cable impairment and provide a software for the loop diagnostic. So we design some software to check the location and the attenuation for certain part of the road they have the copper cable impairment. So the engineer will analyze the problem localization and the fault detection for the repairing. For the central office to the MSI cabinet, basically you will using the fiber cable instead of the MSI cabinet. You will using for the copper cable for the transmitting all the data for the server to the customer house. There are a few types of the copper cable impairment at the copper lab. So the first one is a split pair, and we also have the uneven length, bridge tab, short and open of the water ingress. There are a few tasks I get involved throughout the internship. Will be the first one I get involved in the Wong group 1, which is the loop diagnostic. The first part I get involved with the test setup, preparation and measurement. I get involved in using the copper qualifier test gear using the S4 with the various distance and impairment. This shows some distance, some attenuation, some effect from the copper cable impairment for the experiment. So next, I also get involved in the S parameter measurement using the ENN network analyzer. S parameter is can be said like we're using the S11, S12 to show the relationship between the input and output, all those kind of relationship between the input, how much of input you can have and how much of output you can have. And the third one I get involved with the equipment calibration for the 4-port ENN network analyzer. So after I done these 3 processes, I get involved in the motor ingress test setup. Actually, we are using some steamer to let the water flow inside the cable. There are 2 types of experiment. The first one is we are using the water vapor to flow through the tube. Inside the tube there are some copper cable, so we need to analyze the result of the experiment. For this part of photo, it showed that we let the copper cable wire to short under the water to see how the impediment will affect the result of the internet. And then next, I get involved with the test setup and configuration between the MSUN and CPE. MSUN is referred to a multi-thread switch access network, and the CPE is for the laptop as well. And I get to know how to get a traffic test for the throughput using the iChariot, and I able to analyze some MSUN speed performance, for example the SNR, signal to noise, upload and download speed. Within the 12 week, I attend one of the seminar they held by the TMID to teach us on how to configure all the router and set up for the 46 router. This is a setup for the between the MSUN and CPE, and I try to untick for this one. I try to using the software to untick though without tagging before they analyze for the next part. Besides get involved in the test setup, operation and measurement, I also get involved with the data analysis by using the MATLAB software. The data analysis is based on a bit step, split pair, and also some like this short and open and uneven length. So after I get a graph from the MATLAB execution, I need to analyze the location of the impediment. For example, like here, you can see the location impediment is around 200 and 500. And it's basically using for the time domain refractometer TDR pattern for this overall data analysis by using the MATLAB software. For the next part, I get involved in the Wong group number 2, which is for the UCAS enhancement for the version 2. Actually, the UCAS is from the UCAS development process is from the MATLAB that convert to the Dev C++, and after that integrated with the Porter and web server. There are some programs I get involved to convert to the C++, such as I try to convert the coding for the MATLAB to the C. For example, for the part of the read and write the Excel file that have the list of the attenuation data rate of the download speed and the highest up speed for the ADSL, VDSL, those things. So I try to convert all those things in the Dev C++, because in the MATLAB, some of the function is just specific. We can using just one line to get all the data. But whenever we want to convert the Dev C++, we actually need to write a whole program to replace the only one line in the MATLAB. After that, I get involved in the part testing for the C program using the core block software for the copper cable impediment for the ADSL, VDSL, SADL, the upload speed, download speed, and the throughput as well. Okay, so there are some challenges that I meet throughout the 10 weeks internship program. The first one will be the limits in the knowledge of transmission. As from the school, I did not get too much on the DSL technology and copper access network. So at first I joined this research project. I get some confused about all those theories. So I need to study all those things before I get truly involved in the project, in order for me to get more familiar with all the operation of the router, how to switch, how to connect between the router and the MSUN, CPE, all those things. The second will be the hands-on calibration of the equipment and network traffic configuration, as I mentioned for the first part. For the router, how to configure, configuration by using the command prompt like telnet. The last part will be the code debug for the C++. C++ is from the MATLAB convert to the C++. Of course, there's some problem that I've made for the code C++, but I managed to get some advice from the developer from the TMID to solve my problem. This is also one of the way for me to learn in the TMID instead of just keep quiet at it. So there are some learning outcomes that I can learn throughout these 10 weeks. The first one is a software skill, such as a MATLAB, corporate for the bug testing and also the dev C++ to convert to the C++ code from the MATLAB. The second one will be the hardware skill. First, I get involved get familiar by using the copper qualifier test gear and also some test setup and configuration between the M side and CP. And also I joined the engineer group for the setup for the water ingress copper cable implement and to get a sum as parameter measurement. And the last one is the most important thing in the learning outcome, which is the soft skill. Throughout the 10 weeks, I learned how the teamwork is so much important in the research team and how you can communicate with the colleagues, with your superior, so that all the works you can go through very smooth like this, and some critical thinking for you to solve the problem you have faced during the internship program. And some medials can be referred to the email, how you reply your email, how to you write email to your superior, to your colleague. Is a lot of things for us as an internship student that can be learned from the industrial design. So I think this is all about my prediction throughout the 10 weeks at the TM R&D, and I want to thanks for the TMID and Faculty of Engineering for the UPM to give me such a good opportunity to have an internship at the TMID, and thank you so much. This is all my prediction. Thank you.